Even though I think it's obvious, it's worth addressing because of chapter 1047. We have to talk about whether or not devil fruits are better than Haki. Alright, so in 1047, Kaido was basically explaining to Luffy how someone like Roger, with no extremely powerful devil fruit, was able to conquer the sea and was among the strongest people in the world. Kaido is basically telling us mastering your Haki is much more important than solely focusing on your devil fruit. I think we already knew this since pre-time skip, but the way Kaido says this is like he's saying it's more important to master your Haki. We have characters like Rayleigh and Shanks who are powerful with no devil fruit. Characters like Odin, he pulled up on Whitebeard and matched his Rio with the Gura Gura no Mi. Even though Whitebeard clapped his shit, pause, I have to say it's impressive, and it shows that strong Haki can match devil fruits even on the likes of Whitebeards. Odin later returned many times stronger to take on Kaido, a man who even Whitebeard said is formidable, standing with the mythical fish for fruit motto as your dragon. Now, I don't think Conqueror's coding is the only way to be a top tier, but there is a chance that they are the strongest amongst them. Akainu is always someone who comes to mind in this conversation, cause his magma would destroy a lot of top tiers. Shanks, for all we know, isn't a tank like Big Mom or Kaido, so Akainu's magma would definitely pack a punch. Same thing with Whitebeard, but it's important to realize that devil fruits haven't been nerfed by Kaido. He's just speaking facts. Fruits can make you strong and all that, but it's not required to be the strongest. In the end, Haki matters most. A devil fruit can make you broken though. For example, Whitebeard is undoubtedly the strongest man we've ever seen, capable of destroying the entire world. But we have to remember, Whitebeard also had incredible Haki, and without that, someone like Roger would have easily defeated him. This tells us that one power is not necessarily stronger than the other, because on the other hand, we have Enel. Enel had one of the 5 invincible devil fruits and got slaughtered by Luffy because his Haki is weak. Besides his observation Haki, of course, his Haki is weak. If Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji had even a lick of Haki, they would have easily defeated Enel. This is not because he wasn't powerful. He had one of the top 5 devil fruits in the series. Oda even said he would have been worth 500 million alone based on his powers, and that's up there with Luffy after he defeated Doflamingo. So with this much power at his hands, why didn't he beat Luffy? Now obviously Luffy had the type advantage, but that's my point. If you don't train your Haki, you will be too reliant on your devil fruit, and if your devil fruit is countered, you have no defense, which is why Haki mastering is important. Logias who think they're invincible have short lifespans. We hear that all the time because Haki is a hard counter. The people in the series who rely on their devil fruits more than likely are usually weak, but the people who rely on their Haki with no devil fruit are usually strong. Law's devil fruit is honestly one of the only fruits that can compare to Advanced Conqueror's Haki, but the fact that powerful Haki literally negates some of Law's abilities already shows us why his fruit is not superior to powerful Haki. Law has one of the most broken abilities in anime. He can literally remove people's limbs and organs as he wishes and control anything within his room. But he couldn't do that stuff to Kaido or Big Mom because their Haki was just too strong. It goes to show that a powerful will can overcome even the most broken devil fruits. Blackbeard also comes to mind, but I don't think he'd be able to defeat any Yonko with what we know about his power. Whitebeard showed Blackbeard his greatest weakness during Marineford, and it's his Haki. He relies way too much on a devil fruit. When Blackbeard negated Whitebeard's fruit, Whitebeard simply started using his Naginata and started to fold Blackbeard. Blackbeard acquired the strongest Logia and arguably the strongest Paramecia. Blackbeard himself said he's not ready for Shanks, and Shanks is a Haki user. He said he's not ready for Akainu. Akainu is a Haki user and a Logia user, but unlike Blackbeard, Akainu was someone who mastered both his devil fruit and his Haki. Blackbeard is up against people like Shanks and Akainu, these top tiers that have trained their abilities to their prime. He will never win because he is using power that he has not mastered, and he has not mastered his Haki. He only cares about the devil fruit powers, and that's why he will be stopped, because once those powers are countered, he has no defense. This Haki statement by Kaido really does make me change my mind on a lot of things. For example, there could be other forms of advanced Haki out there like there are for observation Haki. There's future sight and what I like to call sniper sight, which is probably going to be a sniper's only form of Haki. Does this mean there are other types of Haki out there for armament Haki and for conqueror's Haki? Who knows? But from what we do know right now, there is no other Haki as powerful as Advanced Conqueror's Haki. We watched Zoro train with Enma, and we watched Luffy train with Rio, just for them to stand a chance against Kaido. Law used his overpowered devil fruit, Killer came and used his blades, and of course Captain Kid was smashing metal around. They all did this to be able to penetrate Kaido. Pause. Big pause. Rio wasn't enough to seriously challenge Kaido. We heard Luffy say his own attacks are too shallow. In fact, Kaido was calling everyone's attacks shallow because they weren't using Conqueror's Haki. Then Luffy hits him with the first Advanced Conqueror's punch, and this man Kaido starts spitting blood and gets laid out on the ground from one punch out of base form Luffy. This should let you know how ridiculous this form of Haki is. Zoro's most notable attack was Ashura's farce and scarred Kaido, and Zoro didn't even know he's using Conqueror's Haki. He then went on to fight King, who was probably the most durable character in the show, and finished him with 5 strikes of advanced Conqueror's Haki. This form of Haki is what splits the skies. It's what officially classifies you as a Yonko. It's a form of Haki that is only used by characters on the Yonko caliber or aspiring to achieve huge goals. Roger, Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Odin, Luffy, Zoro, and Yamato. All these characters are powerful, and all of them aspired for greatness. Advanced Conqueror's Haki is peak. This is the form of Haki that lets you stand as a Yonko, that lets you stand above the rest, because their dreams are big, and when their dreams are big, their will is big, and their will is powerful. It seems to me like Oda is drawing lines in terms of power scaling. I don't think you can 1v1 any Yonko with no form of advanced Haki like Rio or advanced Conqueror's Haki, or obviously a cracked ass Devil Fruit like Laws. You cannot hope to defeat them without some type of ability like that. Or I guess you could try a 2v1. A 2v1 is a little bit of a different story, but 1v1 you're going to need some form of advanced Haki. I know some people don't like the idea that Conqueror's Haki rules all, but that's the way it looks like, so deal with it, I guess. This is all my opinion. I could be wrong, but with everything that has been stated in Wano alone, I think it's easy to see that people with advanced Conqueror's Haki are just gods amongst men. Devil Fruits are not necessarily weaker or stronger than Haki. Everything is about balance in the One Piece world. However, it can be said that if you focus solely on your Devil Fruit versus focusing solely on your Haki, you will become stronger if you focus on Haki rather than focusing on the Devil Fruit. So take that how you will. I believe that Haki is supreme and more important than Devil Fruits simply because everyone can use it. This is a power that is dormant in everyone. So obviously, I feel like Oda wouldn't make Devil Fruits more useful because not everyone can attain one. So obviously, he's going to make Haki the universal power system. So you guys let me know what you think. Devil Fruits versus Haki. What do you think is more important? What do you think is more powerful? Drop a like down below. Drop a comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.